Okay, I think I'm live. Just a second and let me confirm. Yeah, I'm live. Let me share screen with you all. I've already did it once, but because of some issue, I guess my screen was not visible. No issues. So, given an array ARR of positive integers, your task is to find the minimal possible sum for all elements that are not part of the longest increasing subsequence. So, the let me just explain you the approach that I was thinking of. So I'm going to make a DP array which is going to be of n cross 2 size, and I'm going to keep the sum with the length along with the length. Okay, the sum along with the length. So at the end, when I'm going to check the, because I have to maximize the sum, right? So the answer of the LIS should be minimum. So I'll check that, and I'll just remove, like just remove the one. Let me show you how I'm going to do it. One second. Okay, so see how many LIS we can have. For this I can have only one LIS. Okay, but what if there is a question where we have multiple LIS, but the maximum we have to find the maximum possible sum of all elements that are not part of the LIS, not part of the LIS. We have to maximize this sum, right? That's why we are using a DP of array, in which we are going to keep two things. One, like I told you, one is the sum and the another one is the length. Let me write the code. Along with it, I will just keep explaining what I'm trying to tell. Just a second. Okay, great. Mm, let me share with you all that I am visible, right? Let me just confirm. Yeah, I am visible. Let's write the code. Vector of int dp of n comma vector of int, and here it is going to be 2, right? And n, int n is equal to ARR dot size, also comma total sum is equal to 0. I'm keeping it because I'm going to use it later on, I know that. Okay, so I have to check for int I is equal to 0, I smaller than n, I plus plus. So the first thing that I have to do, uh, mm, dp of I of 0 is nothing but ARR of I. Great. And dp of I of 1 is going to be 1. The length is 1. Now for int j is equal to 0, j is smaller than I, j plus plus. First of all, check if the next element is greater than the last element or not. If ARR of j is greater than ARR of I or not. If yes, then only go into this loop. And now I have to check the length. If the length is equal, then we are just going to update the sum part. If the length is not equal, we are just going to be uh, see, LIS means longest increasing subsequence. Okay, so the length we are going to like the length is going to matter. So if dp of j of 1 plus 1 is greater than dp of I of 1. If this is the case, what I have to do, I have to just update. If it is equal to 1 second, if it is equal to this, update this dp of uh, update the sum part. Okay, so uh, I just have to write dp of I of 0 is nothing but minimum of dp of I of uh, 0 comma dp of j of 0 plus a double r of I, right? Great. Else if, what if the sum like dp of j of 1 plus 1, if it is greater than the length that we have, dp of the length that we already have, what if the length is greater, then we have to update the sum along with the length, right? So dp of I of 0 is nothing but same minimum of dp of I of 0 comma dp of j of 0 plus a double r of I. One more thing, I have to also update dp of I of 1, the length. I have to also update the length. So it is not going to be minimum. It is just going to be, yeah. And dp of I of 1 is nothing but dp of j of 1 plus 1. That's it. Okay, great. And going to do this. Okay, great. dp of I of 0, dp of j is 0 plus array of I, dp of I of 1 is equal to this. Updated the sum and the index, the length, sorry. Now what? After all these, I have to get the minimum sum of the longest increasing subsequence, right? First of all, minimum length is equal to 0. So for int I is equal to 0, I is smaller than n I plus plus. If y if, just write the minimum. Okay, I have to write the maximum length, right? Not minimum length. I have to maximize the sum and minimize the length. Maximum length. Maximum length is nothing but max of max length comma dp of I of, the length is going to be stored at the 1th, like dp of 1. I hope it's visible, right? Okay, great. I found the length of, like, the maximum length. I have to find the minimum sum. Minimum minimum sum is equal to int max, and for int I is equal to 0, I is more, and I plus plus. uh, 1 second. First thing, I also have to write calculate total sum is equal to a double r of I plus is equal to a double r of I. Oh, great. Now what? After this, after getting the total sum, I also have to get the minimum sum. So if dp of I of 1, if it is equal to the maximum length, then minimum sum is equal to minimum sum comma dp of I of 0. Great, I got the minimum sum, I got the maximum length. Now what? Just return total sum minus uh, minimum sum. I guess this should work. Let's see. 1 second. Let's see if it is working or not. No, it's not working. Why not? Let me check. uh, I got the minimum sum, right? uh, I have to just update the sum, right? No issues. There was some. mm, yeah, I think it is working completely fine. Okay. uh, Screen is visible to everyone. Yeah, it is not working fine, right? No issues. Let me debug the code again. Dp of I is equal to this, dp of 1 is equal to 1, right? The length is this, length is this. If array of j is greater than array of j is longest increasing subsequence, right? Yeah. Okay, sorry. Array of I is greater than array of j. 1 second. This was my code. Array of I is greater than array of j, because I'm starting j from 0, right? So yeah, now it is working completely fine. It was the basic idea. Let me see if this is working or not. Yeah, it worked. This code worked, but as we have discussed, the overall time complexity of this code is not good. It is O of n square, which is not the optimal solution, because we have been told that we have to solve this in O of n log n. So rather than using this approach, uh, we can use we can also use we can also map the integers and do some operations. Mapping will work or not? Let me think. Mapping the characters will work or not, because I have to see if that element is present or not. So yeah, like mapping with the, we are using dp, right? So doing the mapping thing along with the sum, I think that is going to work completely fine, and it will come into this like O of n log n. I'm not doing this because I've already solved this question. So yeah, thank you so much for watching this video.